Hello again, everybody. Hope you had a fabulous and safe Thanksgiving holiday. I wanted to let everybody know about a follow up that I've done on a request that was made about a month and a half ago by one of the longtime fans and viewers of the channel. They asked if I had any type of donation link or service set up, and I did not, but said I would try to get one up by Thanksgiving, and here we are. So if you look at the channel banner just to the right of the Discord link, you'll see the little coffee cup icon. That's for Kofi. Or there's also a link in the description below this video. Anyone who wants to be generous and donate to what I'm doing, feel free to click those links, hit support, and you'll be on your way to making that happen. There's a few things I do want to make very clear about this. One is simply that I don't want anybody to feel obligated. If you value what I'm doing enough to regularly engage with the channel, be subscribed, watching the videos, occasionally leaving comments from time to time, that's by far the most valuable thing that you can do for me. Some people have disposable money and some people don't, but almost nobody has disposable time. None of us knows when any moment might be our last. So the fact that you would choose to spend your time here, to me, that's the biggest compliment positive you could give. Just as I endeavor not to be the kind of channel that's always beating people over the head to subscribe and like and share and all that, this is not going to become a big sales pitch. Probably will mention it in passing on my update videos. It's going to stay in the banner on the channel. But that's about it. But for anyone who does want to contribute, that option is now available and obviously would be greatly appreciated. It's also only fair that I talk a little bit about what the money will go to if you do decide to donate. I do have expenses associated with the channel from time to time, such as replacing equipment that breaks, having backups, doing occasional upgrades as technology improves. By the time you see this, I'll probably have just recently gotten a chair to replace the creaky and broken down one that I currently am using. All your basic computer parts, accessories, components, subscription I have to the software I use for editing, microphones and mic stands have to be dealt with from time to time. And then also, whenever a new release comes out, when I'm able to, I try to take a bit of time off work in order to really focus on that and get some rapid fire videos out. Obviously, the better my personal financial situation is, the more of that I can do. And so anything you contribute will go towards that happening more. So why Kofi? I would say by far the majority of YouTube channels use something like Patreon. But I did not want this to be that overtly transactional where it's like you're paying this to get that. I don't want to have different types of content for people who are contributing money versus those who aren't. The community I want to build here, I don't want it to be about this sort of, some people have special privileges and others don't. There's nothing wrong with selling a service, it's just not what I'm trying to do here. So with Kofi, there's no extra fees taken out of it, so whatever you contribute doesn't have a surcharge. It just felt like a much better option for the channel, in my opinion. I've also said before that one of my first principles is that we is far more important than me. In keeping with that, I'm announcing the first annual Sage fundraiser. For as long as I'm doing this channel, every year from Thanksgiving to Christmas, all income that comes in is going to be donated to a charity of some kind. The main reason I'm using this block of time is it really sits poorly with me the amount of commercialization there is at this time of year. I'm the type of guy who posts all the bad Black Friday memes on my social media about the irony of, Black Friday being the day after Thanksgiving. And I also think that Christmas ought to be more about giving than what you're receiving. And I definitely think modern Western culture, at the very least, has gotten that totally backwards. So, in keeping with both of those ideas, be the change you want to see in the world. And this will be one small way of me living that out. For this year, given the pandemic going on and all of those types of needs, the charity I've chosen is Doctors Without Borders. But if any donations to the channel do come in over this next month, that's where they'll be going. And if that happens, I'll do an update video a little bit after Christmas, letting everybody know what that amount has been. That's the accountability side. Just as a bit of background for anybody who may not be aware, Doctors Without Borders was started in 1971, so almost 50 years ago, in the aftermath of the Nigerian Civil War of the late 60s. It was a group of French doctors, hence the name, who thought there was a need for an international, totally impartial agency that wasn't under the guise of any political or economic or religious authority. Their aim is to simply go where the need is greatest. They have a 4 out of 4 stars rating from Charity Watch. 85% or more of the donations to them go to the programs as opposed to like administrative costs or fundraising or any other expenses. About 35,000 people are involved. They're in 70 countries, about 1.6 billion annual budget. So they do a lot of really good and vital work around the world. And then starting after Christmas through Thanksgiving of next year, any donations that come in will go to my needs of the channel. Let me know, obviously, if there's any questions, concerns, feedback, etc. that I have not addressed down in the comments as always or on the Discord. And as always, thanks for taking the time.